I received a voicemail from my own phone number, one that I had lost years ago. The message was recorded after my death. A few weeks ago, I found an old, unused phone while cleaning out my closet. It was from a few years back, and I decided to power it up just for curiosity's sake. To my surprise, the phone still had some old voicemails. One voicemail stood out among the rest. It was from my own number, dated 2 weeks after my death, an event that had occurred just a year ago. I had been in a car accident, and it had been a devastating time for my family and friends. The voicemail was eerie and dated from a time I was supposed to be gone. I hesitated, but played the message. The voice on the recording was unmistakably mine, but the tone was different. It was cold and distorted, as if it had been recorded in a dark, empty room. The message was short, just a few seconds long. "I'm waiting. They're coming." Shaking, I tried to piece together how this could be possible. I hadn't used that phone in years and the number had been disconnected. How could a message from my own number exist, especially one recorded after my death? I researched the number and found that it had been reassigned to a new user. I reached out to the current owner of the number, hoping they might have some answers. They were just as perplexed as I was and had no idea how or why such a voicemail would be on their phone. Determined to understand, I decided to visit the place where the car accident had happened. It was an old, abandoned stretch of road with a few scattered buildings nearby. I hoped to find some answers or perhaps some connection to the voicemail. While exploring the area, I stumbled upon an old, crumbling building that seemed to be untouched for years. Inside, I found a dusty office with an ancient, forgotten telephone. The phone had an old-fashioned rotary dial, and it was connected to a wall socket that looked like it hadn't been used in decades. Feeling a sense of foreboding, I picked up the receiver. To my shock, the phone line was still active. A chilling silence enveloped the room, and I could hear a faint static noise on the line. Then, I heard it. A low, distorted voice whispering through the receiver. It was my own voice, repeating the same message from the voicemail. "I'm waiting, they're coming." I dropped the receiver and fled from the building, feeling an overwhelming sense of dread. I never returned to that place, and I couldn't explain the source of the message or how it had ended up on my old phone. Now, every so often, I receive strange, distorted calls from unknown numbers. The voice on the other end is always mine, whispering cryptic warnings. I try to ignore them, but I can't shake the feeling that something is still waiting, and that the message was just the beginning.